from the world. It's not the world that is the cause for it. It is your personality caliber. You change in yourself and relieve yourself from the entanglements of the world. The world cannot entangle you. It is you who is holding on to the world because of your mental mood. Vishayan indriyescharan atma vaishera videyatma. One who is ever self-controlled and who is surrendered or in tune with the Atman, the self. Such a man, prasadam adhigacchati, such an individual alone we can say prasada. Prasada meaning real inner peace and joy he experiences. Prasada means a joy. Joy, happiness comes when the mind is peaceful. Whenever the mind is in agitation, you are unhappy. Whenever the mind is quiet, you are happy. That is why every living being is happy while sleeping, because the mind is not agitated. The more the agitation, the more the sorrow. Nobody can say that, Swamiji, I have got tremendous mental agitations about that affair, but by God's grace I am happy. Something wrong with you. You can't. I have no disturbance of the mind. Mind is very peaceful, Swamiji, but I am miserable. Impossible. Mental disturbance is sorrow. Mental quietude is joy. When the sense organs are not under control, the mind is in agitation. When the mind is agitation, intellect is dull. There is no intellectual abilities are possible when the mind is in agitation. So a scientist in the laboratory can really discover things only when the mind is quiet. That is why they are given a sequestered place. In libraries they say silence, silence, silence. If anybody talks, why? That it will distract the mind of somebody. And he will not be able to conceive or apply his intellect steadily. Naste buddhira yuktasya. One who has not any control over the sense organs but are constantly indulging and perpetually from morning till evening the chewing gum in the mouth. And you say that there is no buddhi. Or that, what is that dirty thing called in the ears, you know, the Walkman. And you are reading. Naste buddhira yuktasya. Such an individual who is constantly being agitated in the mind has no buddhi, no discriminative power. The brilliancy of the mind cannot come out. Nacha yuktasya bhavana. When you have not got that steady intellect, how can there be any steady application of the intellect? Call it contemplation. I am not meaning contemplation of the highest reality, spirituality. Contemplativeness is necessary even to solve your day-to-day problems. Consistent logical thinking, which is the function of the intellect. The intellect cannot think of all the data and come to the right judgment when it is dull. Why is it dull? Because the mind is agitated. Bhavana Shakti, the capacity in you to consistently apply your logical, rational thinking process, which is otherwise called contemplation. Consistent thinking about the world of objects or problems, and when that consistently you are contemplating upon the nature of the reality, we call it as contemplation. But both are the function of the intellect. Steady application. That steady application is not possible when the mind is not, intellect is not steady. Intellect cannot be steady when the mind is in agitation. Mind cannot be quiet when so long as the sense organs are not under your control. Such an individual who cannot steadily think and apply himself consistently in any field of endeavor, He knows no shanti, no peace. That is why everybody comes to Swamis and others and says that Swamiji, all that I want is, I don't want anything, I got everything, I got a loving husband, I got beautiful children, everything, but Swamiji, one thing I have not got it. What? Shanti. Peace. Swamiji, I am prostrating to you, give me a little peace. Invariably when they ask me like that, I generally say that next time when I come, I will give you. I brought a bottle of it, it broke. What? Peace. Peace is not something that you can just beg. It's a condition of your mind. You discover the peace by yourself. And when the mind is completely transcended, Jesus says, it is a peace that passeth all understanding is that nature. So to the extent your mind is quiet and calm, you are experiencing the peace. One who has not got that steady intellect, whose mind is in agitation, whose sense organs are free to roam about in the sense objects of always wanting one satisfaction or the other, such an individual has no ability to consistently think, and such an individual, there is no peace. Ashandasya kuta sukha. One who knows no mental peace, where can he have happiness? Happiness is the stupid, unthinking man considers that happiness is the length or the height of the house, or the beauty of the building, or the garden in front of you, or the graciousness of his wife, or the chubbiness of the children. These are all necessary, admitted. With all this, you can sit down and weep. Because when mentally there is no peace, where is joy? Joy is not from outside. It's your mental condition. So Buddha under the tree, he is the blissful person. And others saying that, oh, the poor fellow has given up the kingdom and given up the wife also and given up the son also, and here it is, he doesn't know, he has no sense of security, he doesn't know when the next meal comes, oh, he is suffering. No, because these are the things that we consider our security and that we will be happy. He has discovered a secret treasure chamber of happiness in quietening